Hello and welcome to Piano Shack with me, Woody. In today's video, I'd like to showcase some of the standout features on this, the KORG Pa5X, their flagship workstation, features that I haven't seen on any other arranger keyboard. Okay, I know I bang on about this a lot. It's important to me and certainly an outstanding feature and unusual in the arranger keyboard category. And that's the build quality. This thing is absolutely superb in its construction. Got a fantastic metal enclosure, the wooden end cheeks, the buttons, the faders all feel fantastic, and it's the best ever synth action that KORG have ever made. Now, why does that matter? Some of you might be asking yourselves. Well, it's a musical instrument that we interact with our fingers, and it's very important that it feels nice when we interact with it, just like a nice guitar would feel under the hands, or a saxophone. For me, it's not the same feeling to play a plastic instrument. Yes, I know the keys here are plastic, but you're also manipulating the controls here on the panel. The build of this is equal to or exceeds the quality of many flagship workstation synthesizers, and it's certainly so much better than any other arranger keyboard I've ever tried. So I just wanted to give credit where credit is due. Well done, KORG, on this fantastic instrument, and I hope many others follow suit. Another outstanding feature that is a first for any arranger keyboard is the dual sound engines, or style engines to be more correct. You can have two different styles playing at the same time, at the same BPM, which I have right now, or at different BPMs if you want, and then you can use this fader here to cross-fade the volumes between the two styles that are playing at the same time. Now, at the first time of seeing this specification, I thought it was a bit of a gimmick. Why would you ever want to use that? But it is very useful actually, a lot of fun and a good way to create your own unique hybrid styles. Just think of it like this. This keyboard has about 800 styles if I remember correctly, but if you start combining them, maybe tracks from one style combined with tracks from another style, then that gives you pretty much infinite or a very high number of possible combinations of styles that really you can make your own. Let's have an example then. On the left style, we have a lovely free style that doesn't really have a tempo, it's just kind of evolving pads. Let's take a listen. We'll go for intro 3, the short intro today, variation 1, A minor, off we go. Sounding very Enigma. I love it. Very nice. But what if we wanted to have a little bit more of a tempo or a beat together with this? This is where the dual style engines come in. We can add breaking dance, which sounds like this. Bring in the angel voices. Another variation. I love this. The variation changes on both styles. They are synchronized with each other. over to the angels. Okay, that was a bit weird. I thought the endings and the fills would be in synchronization with each other, but they weren't, so that's something we'll have a look into. But I think you appreciate the power of that feature. I'll give you one more example. In this example then we have choral Latin and I have Soul Seekers Dance. I find that the dance styles work quite nice in combination with the other styles, although you can mix and match as you like. If you want to try ballroom together with world, then go for it. You might have some happy accidents. Here then we have choral Latin. And let's bring in the Soul Seekers Dance. Just in isolation. And what I've done, I've muted all of the parts, except for the, hear that? That's the style, but I've modified it, got rid of all of the accompaniment and the bass, just to leave the percussion. And if you want to make this a more contemporary Latin style, just bring in the drums. Without. With. And the metronome is on as well. There we go. So there you go, a couple of examples, but you'll find some very nice, interesting combinations yourself. I'm sure once you start experimenting with the dual engines and muting parts in both styles, you can get some really interesting combinations. I'm a little bit rusty. I prepared this video a couple of weeks ago and I'm shooting it now today. And I was a bit caught out that the different variations, fills and endings weren't synchronized between the two players. So that's something I'll have to look into. I'm pretty sure you can set it up however you want on this. If you want the variations synchronized, you can do that. Or as now, they are completely independent, which might be what some of you want. It takes a lot of work, time and money for me to make these videos for you, with all of the planning, the research, shooting, editing and so on. So if you've made it this far in the video, then please do subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing, it's just a click, but it does mean an awful lot to me. So thanks in advance. Let's get back to the video. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, it can get a little bit confusing with the dual sound engines and keeping everything in sync and muting things on the different styles. But anyway, we're going to get back to basics now. Like any other Arranger keyboard workstation, we're just going to have one player going at the same time. Roxanne Pop, F minor. Let's take a listen. I'll give you the most elaborate introduction. Pretty cool. But we're going to talk about seamless sound transitions, and I picked this style because it has 4 different, it's got one-touch settings or keyboard sets that we can use to demonstrate this feature, seamless sound transitions. What it basically means is that as I'm playing one sound, if I change sounds, it doesn't cut out. Seems to be able to do it for 2 different keyboard sets at the same time. Remember guys, a keyboard set consists of many different sounds at the same time, and it's actually maintaining the effects and all of these splits and layers as we change keyboard sets, which is pretty impressive. That's a lot of different sounds playing at the same time. So let's play around with this a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the only Arranger keyboard that has seamless sound transitions, and it's pretty cool. Another thing I find myself enjoying is the enormous variety of acoustic pianos, electric pianos, and organs. Just look, we have pages and pages of these. Or a cinematic piano. And now I'm curious about Italian Grand Atmo. Over on the organs, we've also got an astonishing variety. As you can see, the Hammond organs are the most interesting to me. We've got a nice split here. Leslie. You want me to try Tutti, don't you? Wow. I hope you found that interesting and informative. Please do subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much to those of you who already have. It means a lot to me. Until next time then, cheerio.